Hello everybody, welcome to Rising Hawk Tarot. This video is for the Sun Bear Zodiac sign of the snake, and it is for the month of January 2025. So I am doing things a little bit differently this month. Instead of the medicine wheel spread, I am doing a classic Celtic cross. Um, I am using the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck uh, for the initial spread. I will clarify with the 1909 tarot, and then at the very end of the reading, I will pull three main themes for the month for the snakes. All right. So let's get started for the snakes for January. We start here with Cobra energy. So the Cobra energy, this is a card of pausing and waiting, and this is in your current general energy. So in this current general energy, it kind of says, what are you ready to learn? It's like it's almost like it's a good time for some of you snakes to take a class of some sort, to study something. This is going to increase your wisdom, and it's almost like you are looking for some sort of mentor, and you may find it this month. You may find some sort of mentor who is going to teach you different things or certain things that you are looking to learn. And again, it's one of those things where the old saying of when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So I wouldn't be surprised, snakes, not to mention snake coming up in your general energy. This is you showing up in a very powerful way. And I'm actually going to jump ahead a little bit because I want to show you, you also have snake energy in your reading as well. So that's two snakes in your reading. And any time that you show up as yourself in a reading, it puts you in a place of power. And again, you have two snakes. So that says that you have a lot of power this month. Next, we go to your crossing energy, and this is what can hinder you or help you. And here we have mouse energy. And the mouse energy, this is a very detailed oriented energy. It's also a card of resourcefulness. And I find it very interesting. So the mouse can also be a very nervous energy and a very nitpicky kind of energy. But the one thing I kind of actually find a little bit humorous here is snakes eat mice. Okay. So again, I really feel that you're coming up in a strong position, and anything that you might be nitpicky or nervous about, eat it. Okay. It's not to be worried about. You have nothing to fear at this time because you are in an extreme place of power. But let's clarify that Cobra and Mouse energy. And we have the sun, and the sun is literally the best card in the tarot. And so this is coming up, and so the sun is a lot of happiness, joy, blessings, just really everything coming up you, which makes sense, being that again you are coming up in a very strong place of power this month. So really sit in that joy and that happiness in your current general energy. And I would look forward to learning, to studying, to taking a class of some sort, because this is just going to add and contribute to your joy and happiness. Next, we go to the area of our foundation. And here we have vulture energy. And the vulture energy is the purifier. The vulture is essential for rebalance. And again, I think you've been aware of this. This is why you're in that pausing energy of that cobra. You're in the process right now of purifying and cleansing you and everything about you. You're really working on like I said, bringing yourself back into balance, and getting rid of those things in your life that make you feel that mouse energy, that nervous, that nitpicky. You're really purifying your life of those things at this time, and that is really strengthening your foundation. But let's clarify that vulture energy. So with the vulture, we have the Knight of Cups. I would say that this purifying that you have been doing and that you are doing at this time is, like I said, it's bringing you back into balance so that you can follow your heart towards your dreams. The Knight of Cups is all about following your heart. He is the knight in shining armor. And I do believe that you snakes, you are your own knight in shining armors. Okay, you are the one that is following your heart and following your dreams. And you know that in order to do this, you need to purify, you need to rebalance, you need to get rid of those things that aren't serving you. Next, we go up to the area of your mind. And here we have horse energy. So the horse energy, um, this is a very expansive energy. Um, it's saying that your mind is fully awake. You're experiencing a great deal of freedom within your mind, and you are fully awake, fully alive, and you can't be defeated right now. It's kind of what's going on inside your mind, and it's totally right. Like you, snakes, oh my goodness, you guys have gotten like the best readings like for months and months and months in a row. So I absolutely love it. You guys are on a roll. And the horse is also a card of momentum. And like I said, you guys are on a roll. So keep rolling, snakes. All right. So with the horse, yeah, we have the King of Pentacles, and this is the golden path to worldly success. So again, it really feels like you snakes know where you want to go, and you're going, and you are you have great control over your resources, your money, your time, your energy. Everything is just in balance for you, and you really are going down this golden path. And I absolutely love it. What a great reading so far. Oh my goodness. Okay, next we go to the area of the past. And here we have sea serpent energy. And the sea serpent energy, this represents our second chakra, our sacral chakra, which is all about creativity and movement. It's about sexuality, sensuality, all of that. So I feel like in the recent past, especially for you snakes, you've really been focusing on this. You've been focusing on movement. You've been focusing on your expressing your desires and the things that you want in your life. And the more that you express these things, the more they come back to you, like this sea serpent. But let's clarify the sea serpent energy. Oop. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Just drop some cards. I will reshuffle and then clarify that sea serpent energy. Okay, so with the sea serpent, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Um, so the Seven of Pentacles, this is a card of um, reflecting on what's working for you and what isn't working for you. And which again, I feel like a lot of you have done this. It's a card of evaluating your progress. So really, I would really spend some time looking over the recent past. And again, looking over specifically anything related to that second chakra. Like I said, creativity, movement, desire, sexuality, sensuality, anything surrounding that second chakra. Even do some research if you're not if you don't really know about the chakras, do some research on that second chakra, the sacral chakra, and then evaluate, okay? In the recent past, what things have you healed in that sacral chakra, and what still needs to be healed? Because there's probably still some healing that needs to be done, but you have definitely come a long way. And And again, like I said, those six pentacles that are on the bush, those are the ones that are working for him. There's only one here that isn't working for him, that's on the ground there. So again, I do feel like you have done a lot of healing in this area. Uh, it's just saying to really evaluate where you have done the healing and just see if there is anything else that still needs to be healed in that area. Next, we come over to the area of the near future. And this is where you come up again, Snake, in a place of power. So that's snake energy. This is the guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. So I would say, snakes, that in the near future, there is some talent, gift, skill, or ability that you have not tapped into yet. And I would say that probably in the very near future, you are going to tap into one of those talents, gifts, skills, or abilities, and it's going to make you shine. But let's clarify that snake energy. Oops. All right, with the snake, we have the Two of Swords. So this says again, like there's a choice to make. There is a crossroads up ahead in this future. And again, it's kind of saying, so like I said, there's untapped creative potential and unawakened magic within you, and you have the choice whether to tap into it or not. And it's really saying that there's no more time to wait. Okay, you really need to make the decision to tap into. Again, it's your decision. You don't have to make it, but I would highly recommend that you make the decision to tap into these talents, gifts, skills, or ability, because there's so much potential behind these. Now, again, I will say that the Two of Swords for me is a card of third place solutions as well. So if there's something that um, is keeping you from awakening this magic and tapping into this creative potential. If there's a reason for that, see if you can find a way around it. Okay, find that third place solution. Find that answer in between is what I would say. So next we go to the area of the next few months. And here we have the bee energy. So the bee is a very earnest, hardworking energy. You know the old saying, busy like a bee. So I do feel you, a lot of you snakes are probably going to be very busy over the next few months, but I think this is going to be um, joyous work, okay? And it's actually going to make you feel very alive, very vibrant. Um, the one thing that I would say is that do still make sure that you are getting enough rest, because if you don't get enough rest while you're being this busy, you could find that you get a little bit grr, and that if you do get overworked and you're not getting enough rest, you could end up stinging somebody, is what I would say. And by that I mean saying something that kind of hurts somebody. But let's clarify that bee energy. So with the bee, we have the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is the card of moving on to calmer shores. Um, Now, again, I do kind of feel like things have been relatively calm for you already. But again, things are just seem to be smoothing out even more for you as you move forward. And this is what I feel from this card. Instead of moving on to the calmer shores, you're just continuing the process of moving forward. Next, we go to the area of your closest relationships. And here we have the frog energy. So this is a clearing, cleansing, and healing energy. So there could be things in your relationships, in your personal relationships, that need cleansing. Okay, so there could be some sort of it's almost like you need to have a conversation with somebody. There needs to be some forgiveness, and there needs to be a release and clear out that old energy. Is what I'm seeing. But let's clarify that frog energy. All right, with the frog, we have the Fool. The Fool is taking a leap of faith. Um, so again, you may be feeling, like I said, a little nervous possibly about, uh, having a conversation with, uh, the people that are closest to you, especially if there is things that need to be forgiven, things that need to be cleansed and released. You may be a little bit nervous. I kind of feels like some of you snakes are generally speaking, you tend to keep your feelings and your thoughts to yourself, and you don't share them. But this is saying it's time for you to take a leap of faith. It's time for you to talk to this person or these people and really cleanse, forgive, and release anything from the past. Next, we go to the area of your hopes and fears. And here we have this rabbit energy. And again, like I just said with that frog and that fool, that you could be a little bit nervous about speaking to this person, about having the conversation, about forgiveness and about releasing this energy. Um, and again, the rabbit is a very nervous energy. It's almost like you're afraid you're going to freeze, is what I'm feeling. You're afraid maybe you call the person and you're like, hey, we need to talk. Let's have a talk. And then they come over and they're like, okay, what do we need to talk about? And you kind of go, and you freeze and you're not sure what to say. What I would say is, um, just make sure that you are prepared ahead of time for the conversation. I would also say with the rabbit and his big ears there is also during this conversation, make sure that you really, really listen to what the other person has to say. It doesn't mean that you have to agree with them, but really listen to them. Really practice active listening while experiencing that forgiveness and doing that releasing. But let's clarify that rabbit energy. So with the rabbit, yeah, we have the Seven of Swords. And for me, this is a card of tactics. Okay, so it says you kind of got to go about things a little bit differently than you normally would. And this is what's making you feel a little bit nervous and a little bit afraid. Um, but I will say that if you change your tactics and you actually speak openly with this person, I think you're going to be amazed at how things can actually um, get better. And I feel like both of you are going to have like a renewed sense of enthusiasm for your relationship and for life itself. Next, we go to the final card of the spread, the outcome. And here we have buffalo energy. And the buffalo energy, this is a very grounded energy, yet also very spiritual. And it just says that this month, anything that might come up, any bump in the road that might come up for you this month, Spirit is asking you to look at it as an opportunity for upliftment. Okay, this is just an opportunity for you to learn something, even whatever this is going on here in your closest relationships. Again, this is just an opportunity for you to grow, for you to be uplifted and possibly uplift the other person as well. But let's clarify that buffalo energy. So with the buffalo, you have the Eight of Wands, which is a card of gusto and momentum again. So again, I really just feel like this is going to keep your momentum going. Forgiving this person and releasing this past energy is what's going to continue to give you the gusto and the momentum to keep moving forward with what you are doing and moving forward towards your goals. So I absolutely love it. Great reading, snakes again. um, well, let's pull the three main themes for the snakes for January. All right. So we have Aspen Spirit, Courage, Dragon Spirit, Power, and Meandering Pathway, Flow. So I would say that you already have the courage. Like you have a lot of courage and you have a lot of power. And I think you actually have more courage and more power than you even realize. But again, there is just that little bit of one thing there in that family or in your closest relationships there. And Spirit is really asking you to have the courage to stand in your own personal power. So again, that you can release and cleanse this old energy. Uh, and I would say with this meandering pathway, this flow, it's just saying don't be too rigid on things. Don't be too rigid in your way of thinking about things. Uh, no black and white thinking. And just kind of try to go with the flow. The more you can go with the flow, the easier things will be for you. So again, great reading, Snakes. Thank you so much for joining me. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. It really does help the channel out. I love and appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.